Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Technically T, and today we're getting into our first video of my case reviews for the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Now, you already know we have the Spigen case lineup. Huge shout out for Spigen as always for dropping me the box of cases before device even comes out. So a huge shout out to those guys for always looking out for the channel. So as you guys can see, I just really shot my unboxing video of the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. If you haven't seen that, I will drop the link above. But I have already unboxed all of the cases already because that is going to save some time on the video, because I'm sure you guys do not want to see me sit here and tear every case out of the packaging. So I'm going to put the cases to the side, and we're going to start off one by one as always. And you know these videos can tend to get a little bit long, but bear with me, guys. And if there's a certain case that you want to see, then you might, you can fast forward through the video and actually look at that particular case. But let's go ahead and get started with one of my favorite cases, in the case that I'll probably be using on my phone as my daily driver, and that is the Spigen Neo Hybrid. Now, they did send me a few different colors, but I really chose this particular color because of the coral blue S9 Plus. I think together this is going to go very dope with the navy blue and the silver outline. So you already know, Neo Hybrid, two-piece case. We never have to take it apart. We can always just install it as is. Now, I'm not going to go around to all the cutouts in the buttons because you already know that. We're just going to look at the material on it. So you already know, very hard, tight TPU material with that plastic outline going around it. You got your cutouts and everything here. So we're basically going to pop the phone into the case and see how the fit is, because we're going to save some time, because I know these videos can get dumb long. So here is the Neo Hybrid for the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. So as you can see it here, very nice, feels very good, keeps a very thin profile in your hand. Let's look at that lay on the table protection, guys. And as you can see, the Neo Hybrid doesn't offer that much lay on table protection, but it does have a raised lip here on the top and the bottom. So you should be pretty fair if you were to drop it face first on its, on the face of it. Next, how does it fit on the case? Now, as you can see, guys, I'm a little disappointed because it's good. Don't get me wrong, it has a very nice, satisfying click, but I would probably like to see it be a little bit more tighter on the edges. Now, the one for the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 8 Plus, those were spot on, but this one seems a little bit, it's okay, but I would like for it to be a little bit tighter. Other than that, on the top and bottom, super tight, good to go there. So there's no issues in that category. Next, how does it actually feel on the phone? And like I said, guys, the case feels very good. It actually keeps a very thin profile, adds minimal bulk, and actually feels very good in your hand. I do not feel like I will drop it. Last but not least, we're going to bring the wireless charger, and we're going to keep it in frame basically because we always got to test, does it work with wireless charging? And as you see, it does work with wireless charging. So let's clear some of these notifications up. So works with wireless charging. Once again, guys, this is the Spigen Neo Hybrid for the S9 Plus, and this does come in a bunch of different colors. So setting that to the side, moving right along. Next, we have, now I think some of these crystal cases, I might get the name confused, but if I'm not mistaken, this is the Ultra Hybrid. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is the Ultra Hybrid for the S9 Plus. This is one of your clear style cases because you know they have a rugged armor and they have a liquid crystal. So the Ultra Hybrid is a little more hard. It has hard plastic, and the actual sides are very stiff, not really squishy when it comes to the liquid crystal. So all the cutouts are the exact same, and this case is basically for my clear case lovers out there, because I know you guys out there and you love these clear cases. So here it is. This is the Ultra Hybrid clear case for the Galaxy S9 Plus. Now, the fit is a little bit different on this one. See, the fit on the sides of this one actually fits very tight. As you see here, guys, it doesn't give a lot of give, but we'll get into that. Lid on tear protection, basically the same as the Neo Hybrid. Top, bottom has raised lips, so you should be pretty good. How does it fit? Like I said, now this fits like a glove. This is a little bit more like it. I really want the Neo Hybrid to fit this way. Very stiff on the top and bottom. Everything is perfect, and then you also can get that beautiful view if you have a colored S9 Plus, and it really shows off that coral blue very well. In the hand, guys, feels very good. Doesn't feel like it's a clear, slippery material. As you already know, clear cases, you have to deal with fingerprints, but it's not that bad. If you carry a cleaning cloth and you're OCD like me, If you were to run a clear case, you can just wipe it off and keep it moving. So this is the Ultra Hybrid for the S9 Plus. And as you see, it does work with wireless charging. So Ultra Hybrid S9 Plus. If you are a clear case lover, I can already tell you this will be one of the top clear cases for the S9 Plus. So moving right along, we have the Liquid Air. Now, if you know the Liquid Air version, guys, these are basically more of a soft style TPU case, a little more bendy, a little more malleable. It doesn't have too much grippiness to it, but the back has a textured material. As you can see here, it's kind of have like some type of, weave, a little checkerboard on the back. On the inside, it has a little bit of rubber there, but it's mostly made out of all rubber. Kind of your cases that give you some minimal protection. But let's go ahead and slide on the S9 Plus to see how it actually fits. So here it is, Liquid Air on the S9 Plus. And I think a lot of these cases look very good with that coral blue color. So layer on tail protection, as you can see, same raised lips, top and bottom. So you should be good if you were to drop it. Next, how does it fit on the phone? And it kind of fits the same way the Neo Hybrid did. A little bit squishy on the corners for my liking, but it's not terrible. Mostly when the corners, if it's in, top and bottom are very stiff. Just would like it fit a little bit tighter when it comes to the sides. Next, how does it actually feel? And it feels very good. It actually feels thinner than the Neo Hybrid, and it actually has good grip in your hand. That does not feel like I am going to drop it, and it adds minimal bulk to the phone. And as you know, does work with wireless charging, so you are good in that category. This is the Spigen Liquid Air for this Galaxy S9 Plus. So moving right along, slide that back. We have the Hybrid Armor, if I'm not mistaken. So Spigen Hybrid Armor, and I'm just doing this straight out of memory of always reviewing Spigen products. So I just know what case is what. So this is the Spigen Hybrid Armor. A little more heavy duty protection. As you can see, two-part case, has hard plastic here on the back. Inside is a hard TPU, kind of similar to your Neo Hybrid case. So let's go ahead and pop the phone in, see how it fits. So here it is, guys. I forgot to actually do the button test, man. I've been slacking. You guys, I got to keep me on point. But as you see, here is the Hybrid Armor. Very nice. But you guys already know all the Spigen buttons are going to be super tactile. No issues whatsoever. We don't even really got to go through that because every case, the buttons are going to be tactile. Lay on the tail protection, as you see here, has a nice generous lip actually on this one for the top and the bottom. Should be good if you were to drop it. Next, how does it fit on the phone? Super tight fit. This is just like kind of the Ultra Hybrid fit. Very tight fit. Hard to get that case off, but once it's on, it is on. Tugging on the top and bottom. The case is spot on. Feels very good in your hands. All the buttons, as you can hear, super responsive, super clicky. So that's a good feeling there. And also, how does it feel in your hand? The case feels very solid. This is a good feeling case. It actually feels very solid. Doesn't feel like you're going to drop it, but it does feel like if you were to drop it, it will be fairly protected, and it doesn't add much bulk, and it actually has a lot of good grip. As you can see here in the corners, has little slants right here, little slant design, so it helps with a bit of grip. On the back, mostly smooth. You get that Spigen branding here on the side, and on all four corners, you get rubber stops, so your phone doesn't slide too much when it's on a table. And last but not least, does it work with wireless charging? All right, don't troll me. It works with wireless charging. So once again, this is the Spigen Hybrid Armor for the S9 Plus. Let's keep pushing. Next, we have the Liquid Crystal, and this is another clear case, just like your Hybrid Armor, except this was a little bit more like the Liquid Air. So very, crystal clear, just like the Liquid Air. A little more flimsy, but it is not a horrible fit. So getting that on the S9. Here it is, Liquid Crystal. So this is basically almost, like I said, the same thing as the Ultra Hybrid. Which one would I choose over the other? I probably would choose the Ultra Hybrid over this just because it's a little more rigid. But here it is, Liquid Crystal, buttons, super tactile, no issues there. Looking at the lay on the tail protection, as you see, it has a lip on the front and the top. So you should be good on hitting the lips if you were to drop it. Next, how does it actually feel on the phone? How's the fit of it? It actually fits pretty decent. Not too much given on the sides, a little bit. I probably like it a little more tighter, but it is what it is. Now, somebody actually said on one of my videos, hey, I'm never gonna, peel my sides off like this, but these are little things that bother me. So I know it's a few people that comment on my case videos and it bothers them as well. So I have to mention it. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted to be a little bit more tighter on the sides. Next, how does it feel in your hand? It feels very good in your hand. Doesn't add too much bulk. Very grippy. Their clear material is actually very grippy and not slippery like some case materials in some case companies with their clear back material. It's a little slippery, but this isn't too bad. And last but not least, and of course, clear color, so you can show off the color of that beautiful S9 Plus, and popping it on the wireless charger. It works with wireless charging. So this is the liquid crystal for the S9 Plus. Moving right along, we have 3 more cases to go. Next is the Rugged Armor, and this is basically a clear version of Rugged Armor. I think they make another Rugged Armor, but this is another clear case. But as you can see, the sides are a little bit reinforced, so it should handle drop protection a little bit better. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this in here. Now this reminds you just like the liquid crystal that I just got finished reviewing. Same exact case, guys, except it offers a little bit more protection on those edges if you were to drop it. So lay on tail protection, as you can see, it has a decent lip for lay on tail protection, so no issues there. How does it fit on the phone? Has a very decent fit on the phone, little loose on the sides as well, but that's what you've come to realize with the clear cases. Not the Ultra Hybrid, but the liquid crystal and this version of the case always seems to be a little flimsy on the side, but it's not a complete deal breaker. So little flimsy, would like a little tighter. Top and bottoms are tight as usual. Buttons, super nice and tactile. How does it feel in your hand? It actually feels very good. Like I said, same as a liquid crystal, very grippy, doesn't add too much bulk, and you can show off the color of that S9 Plus. Dropping it on the wireless charger, as you see, it works with wireless charger. Mostly all these cases are going to work with wireless charging. I really don't have to do that part of the review, but every time I stop doing something, somebody's going to comment and say, hey, why you stop? Does it work with wireless charging? And you already know that it does. Moving along, we have the Spigen Thin Fit classic Spigen case. You guys know all about it. Very thin fitting case. This is one of their most minimalistic cases. If you just want something that protects against scratches or anything of that nature, the thin fit is what you'll need. It's basically a hard TPU material, plastic material. All it is a snap-on case, guys, and that's all there is to it. So here is the Spigen Thin Fit for the S9 Plus. Looking at it, lay on tail protection, non-existent. There is a tiny lip right here, if you can see it, but I don't think that's nothing that's going to make you survive a drop. If this thing falls with this case in it, with this phone in this case, please be aware when picking up your phone, because the consequences, maybe, you never know. It's not made for heavy duty protection. It's made for minor bings and bangs and minimalistic protection of people who don't want to run cases. Next, how does it fit on your phone? And these cases are super duper tight. Once they're on, they're not coming off. Spigen Thin Fit, snap-on cases, very good. None of the snap pieces are loose too much. It doesn't come off easy. You have to actually try to pry it off. But once it's snapped on, it's actually snapped on very, very snug. Next, how does it feel in your hand? It actually feels very good. If you don't want to hold a naked S9 Plus, which can be very slippery, you can pop this on and this will give you levels of grip. Barely adds any thickness to the case, and it actually feels very grippy. Feels like I'm not going to drop it. Wireless charging test. Works with wireless charging, you already know. So this is the Spigen Thin Fit for the S9 Plus. And on the corner up here, I'm actually peeling off this plastic. I didn't even realize I still had plastic left on this phone. I'm still peeling plastic off. But last but not least, guys, is the Spigen CS. And this basically probably stands for Spigen Card Slot. You already know this. They're usually a little bit bulky when it comes to the cases, but they have to be, because you can actually slide a few cards in there. If you're going out for a night, you don't want to carry your wallet or anything like that, you put your debit card in here, you put your license in here, and you can usually fit up to 2 cards in here, and then you might have to keep the cash in your pocket. And then you slide it back up here, and then you can rock out just like this, no wallet in your pocket. So let's go ahead and throw this phone in this case. And like I said, this case is a little thicker than the majority of them. As you can see, this is probably the thickest case that it offers. But let's take a look around it. Lay on tail protection, as you see, it has two nice pretty humps for lay on tail protection. How does it actually fit on the phone? Excuse me. How does it fit on the phone? Very tight. As you see, there's no give on the sides. Very snug when you're talking about fitting on the phone. Next, how does it actually feel in your hand? And it actually feels very, very solid. adds a bit of girth to it. As you see, the camera and the fingerprint scanner and all that is very sunken in there. So you're good to go. Slide that open. As you see, this is just a slide push down and slide material. I don't have any cars readily available. I never do when I do these cases, but pop some few cars in there, close it up, and you're good to go. Spigen CS Slim Armor. Pop it on wireless charging. Even though with the bulkiness, it still works with wireless charging, guys. So all of these cases, I will drop the link to all of these down below. And I will also drop the price to them as well. But you click on that Amazon link and you will see all the prices. But if you know, guys, Spigen makes solid cases. One of my favorite case companies when it comes to smartphone accessories. But as always, guys, give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. Comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.